Welcome home to Newosphere. I'm Gordon Burke, and today I'm spending the day with Niamh Cronin in Byron Bay. Well, Niamh's an amazing woman that's been on a great journey of finding herself, and as I said, she's here today with me in Byron Bay and sharing her wisdom and basically her journey with us on what's brought her to creating the conscious female as a movement globally in helping women achieve everything in the life they want to achieve, and especially women who are wanting to create businesses to see that their business, their outer reality in their business is reflected by their inner reality. And Niamh, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Gordon. Thank you. I've been on my own personal journey for quite some time, and quite recently I have been very passionate about setting up a new business and a movement, like you just mentioned, called the Conscious Female. And this is really for the next wave of conscious female entrepreneurs and leaders who really have a mission to impact other people and to impact the world. And this movement is really about integrating spirituality with business, and seeing that our business is actually an extension of who we are as women. And what I'm so passionate about is helping women to really transform and do the inner work. Because as they do the inner work and move through any emotional or spiritual blockages, that they'll actually become more connected to who they are. They become more heart-centered, more connected to their purpose, and they'll begin to be able to manifest and attract anything that they need in order to take their vision to the next level. Because any blockages that may appear within the physical reality are, like you mentioned, mirror what's actually going on in their interior world. And I'm so passionate about helping particularly women, because there's a time right now where women need to step up and start owning who they are and owning their purpose and their place in the world. And it's really about women coming together. For a long time, femininity has been suppressed or distorted, and there's been a lot of competition and tearing each other down. And now there's a time where we need to come together and lift each other up and support one another. And each of us has our own unique message. We carry our own unique frequency, and we embody our own unique energy in this world. And if we can come together collectively, each of us contributing what we're here to contribute, then that's when change is really going to happen in this world. And so I'm very excited about this movement, and as you can probably tell, I'm very passionate. Yep. And but this movement was really a birthing or a creation that has come from deep within my own transformation.
And you mentioned earlier in some discussions that Niamh and I had around the concept of that the feminine form needs to own femininity and needs to own vulnerability, and that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's actually a very powerful piece within ourselves, being able to be vulnerable and owning our power. And we spoke about that a little yesterday, actually.
We did, yes, because for me, there's, like I mentioned, femininity has been distorted, and there's what we're seeing now is a rise in what's called a synthetic feminine energy, and the idea that women need to lean in and be a powerhouse and almost take on that masculinity. And that's, in essence, it's true. We do need to own the masculine side of our being too. But what I feel what's needed in the world is women to come back to this natural, organic femininity. We embody a natural, nurturing energy and a creative energy. We've been gifted with the most beautiful thing, which is the gift of the womb. Womb is creation. And if we embody what that actually means, then we can understand that being a woman in this world is really about being first. It's being who we are, embodying who we are. And from that place of congruency and authenticity, we can then tap into our masculinity and drive forward into the world, move forward, creating change. Rather than what is happening right now, where women feel that they need to act before actually embodying who it is that they truly are. And sometimes that can distract us because we can act seeking outside of ourselves for the answers. But it's really about going within, finding the answers, embodying, and then moving forward into the world with your natural, authentic femininity.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, even Albert Einstein talked about the connection of the mind and the heart, and that the mind is put in place to control the heart in terms of the feelings and the intuition that sits within the heart. And he described it as the intuitive gift that we've got. Unfortunately, our society has been built to honour the mind rather than the heart. And so in the current world, we tend to forget of the connection that's so important to all of us, of dropping into yourself, as Niamh has said, of being authentic, of being the true you, and trusting your intuition, as we all have it, and finding your purpose and really achieving on the planet. Well, Niamh, that's an amazing insight.
Thank you, Gordon.
Thanks for taking the time this morning to share that with us.
Thank you.
And there's more to come from Niamh. And so thanks for joining us this morning in Byron Bay, and we'll see you again soon.